Sorry about that.
All right, welcome back in, guys, to the Leopard Sports Network. Our score coming into the second half, 32-16, as Lindsay will get the basketball to start things off in the second half of play. As we look at our scoring, Ryan Kennedy with a double-double already in the first half, 12 points. Leading scorer in today's game. Ardmore with the basketball going the opposite direction. Picks up the dribble in the corner. Nowhere to go. Is it out of bounds? It's recovered by Kennedy. Pass down the floor in transition, and an easy lay-in the opposite direction for Bryson Watts. And he's got 3 points in the game. Another turnover, and going the other direction is Ince. Can't remember if I counted his free throw. I think he's got 9. Am I correct in that?
He actually got 11.
11.
With that,
Okay,
he did have 9, but with
Gotcha.
with his little layup right here, that makes 11.
And here's the and one opportunity, and it's up and in. So 12 points in the game for Ince. 39-16. Big lead here for the Leopards. Spinning around and throws this one out of bounds. So another turnover here. I'll tell you what, the Lindsay defense has really put on the pressure in this game against a very talented Ardmore squad.
I'd imagine Coach Davidson kind of gave them an earful at halftime because they came out with a little more intensity, in my opinion, on the defense end than they did to start the game. And as you can see, I think Ardmore's first 3 possessions was turnovers.
Missed shot. Ardmore has the basketball. Howard with it. Takes the 3. No good. Rebound. Now Henson will take it the other direction. Underneath and a foul from behind. That'll send Kennedy to the line for a couple of free throw opportunities. Pretty nice offensive day here for Kennedy, as he knocks down the free throw shot. 3 for 3 on the day at the line.
He's really been working on those free throws in the off season, and I say that I just jinxed them.
Yep. Usually it's me that does the jinxing. This shot there by Ardmore. Kennedy with the rebound. Nice pass down low. Good ball movement. It's the left-handed lay-in to fall as Watts. 5 points. 42-16. Couple of lopsided games here to get the tournament started off in Dickson, but Dickson has always had a really good tournament the last few years.
Yeah.
A lot of good teams have entered these tournaments, and I've seen some really good championship games. Of course, this is my 4th straight year here at the Dickson tournament.
Yeah, this is the Leopard and Leopardlet's first year, so so far so good.
Absolutely. Lindsay will have the basketball. 5:45 still remaining in the opening period here of the second half. And we'll get an over-the-back penalty called against Kennedy.
That's okay if we went for that one. That was his first foul, so.
And it's the first team foul of the second half for the Leopards. Hanson guarding up top against Stevenson. Stevenson in the corner, picks up his dribble. Here's the pressure by Henson. Another takeaway. I tell you what, Ince has been phenomenal defensively and then knocks down the underneath.
That's his 5th steal.
He has been all over the floor and just creating havoc for this Ardmore offense. And then Hitting the shot underneath the other direction is Michael Smith for his first bucket. Look at the pass down low. Probably should have just gone straight up for that one.
Yeah.
But you aren't lying, man. Ince has just been phenomenal defensively in this game. You said 5 steals?
So far.
And it feels like he's got a lot more as much as he's as aggressive as he's been with the basketball.
He's all over the floor. His motor will never turn off. That's what I love about him. He literally plays from the defensive end and then goes to the offense.
Lindsay up by 24. 4:34 remaining in the third. And another turnover. Watts will take a seat. Padilla will check in.
Feel like Bryson accidentally got hit in the spot as a guy playing sports you don't want to, so he took his own self out on that play.
Ants underneath. Gets the shot to fall. And one opportunity coming up. 8 points in the game for him. And he's starting where he left off there in the first half.
Yes, sir. Ty Ferguson and Seth Padilla in the ball game. Look like checking in. His hand didn't register to come in.
Free throw attempt off the front. Kennedy picks up the rebound underneath. Oh, off the fingertips that time of Padilla. So a turnover by the Leopards. Up by 26. 4:15 still remaining here in the third period. Substitution here for Ardmore now as the inbound pass will come off the hands of Booker, who's newly in from the bench. We look at team fouls right now. Ardmore sitting with 4. Lindsay sitting with 2. In the corner, being guarded tightly up top by Henson. Good defensive rotation.
That was an excellent rotation because I seen 2 guys open and then they were found pretty quick.
Yeah, they had Henson over there in the corner, and then next thing you know, he's back up top, and you had Ince just in the corner swarming to the basketball.
Yeah, and then you had Register that was all the way down, and he ended up guarding the guy on top of the key. So everybody was flying around.
You just tell teams that are really, really good,
right,
without looking at a record,
right,
without looking at rankings or anything else. And as long as I've been doing basketball, the teams that I've seen in the state of Oklahoma, you can just tell on the defensive side of the floor,
right,
the way that they move, the way they communicate, how everything flows smoothly. Now, the offense has obviously been flowing very smoothly here as Padilla knocks down the free throw attempt for his first bucket. But, the offense has been flowing very smoothly in this game.
It is, sorry to cut you off.
That's okay. Go ahead.
What it is right here, I think the boys, they've been playing with each other for a couple years now, so they know where each other is supposed to be at. So they necessarily don't communicate verbally. They just know what to do. They see one guy down low. They know somebody is up top, so they got to get up there and on the corners they run out there and they break down and put a hand up in the face. So that's what you want to see.
Register headed to the free throw line, a hard foul. So 2 free throw attempts coming up, and that's the 6th team foul already for Ardmore here in the second half of play. Still 3:16 left to go in the third. You've still got the 4th period coming up, and you've got 6 fouls on the board.
Yeah, that's going to be a long 4th quarter.
But you got to hit your free throws.
Yes, sir.
I say that like they haven't gone up by 29 here as Register makes up for the missed free throws underneath and knocks down a very highly contested underneath basket.
Oh yeah, he put the defender on his back with that drop step and finished strong. So that's all you can ask for.
Lindsay up 31 right now against 5A Ardmore. 2:44 still remaining in the third. And, of course, once again, it is the JV squad here for Ardmore, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. This has been a very talented basketball program there
for sure
for the Ardmore Tigers. Driving inside, underneath, beautiful pass. I thought he was going to go up for the shot, but instead Johnson passes it off underneath, and another bucket there by Ardmore. 51-22. Ardmore with the basketball. Looking right. Driving inside. We got a travel called.
Looked like when he took this jump stop, he shuffled his feet a little bit. He was hoping to get away with it, but with 3 officials out here, the one right there at the free throw line caught it. So,
yep. Oh, can't pivot. Oh, easy. Smooth there by Glover. You can't pivot both feet at the same time.
Miscommunication on that out of bounds with Padilla and Ferguson gave up easy 2 points. As we talked about, we're in the third quarter, and they already got their 17 from.
So foul trouble for the remainder of this game. That'll put Watts on the line. He's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe so far. And he knocks down the first of 2. Second free throw shot is on the money. 53-24. Swing pass in the corner. This one for 3. Off the mark. Rebound here. Lindsay. Register picks it up and gets it into Watts. Now, it was a good pursuit defensively there by Ardmore, trying to keep Lindsay from crossing half court.
Sure was.
1:26 remaining here in the third. Big lead by the Leopards. 29 points. It was 16-5 after 1. And heading into halftime, it was 32-16. Ardmore looked like they were going to come back. They got it to within 6 at one point in this ball game. And since then, Lindsay has just been on a roll. 55-24. Watts on the last shot. V3. Ardmore gets back. He's slowing it down just a little bit now with a big lead and under a minute left to go. Ball knocked out.
Good hustle by Padilla. He seen Bryce Cater was in trouble, and Padilla just headed back towards the defensive end. Kind of like a safety in football. Yeah. That was excellent.
Beautiful pass inside. The quick thinking there by Ferguson gets his assist and the easy shot. That was good teamwork.
For sure.
20 seconds left to go in the third. 57-24. And another turnover with the basketball is Cater with the shot. Cater will knock it down.
That's the way to come back from that last turnover he had. He went ahead and got him a steal and a bucket. As a coach, you love that.
Shot at the buzzard is off the mark and no good. 59-24 is our final in the third period of action, as we've got our fourth coming up. And we'll be back here on the Leopard Sports Network in just a few moments.
One.
59-24 is the score heading into the fourth as we are at the final 8 minutes of play in this game. Lindsay on top, big, and with the basketball, driving left-handed shot is blocked. This time, Preston Wolf headed the other direction with the basketball. It's 3v3, and the shot, I think they're going to call this one. Did they call that on the floor? No. I was going to say, surely not. They didn't call that on the floor.
Yep.
It is a shooting foul. And so Preston Wolf will head to the line for a couple of free throw attempts. It is only the fourth team foul here for the Lindsay Leopards. And the first free throw attempt of 2 is long. Second is up and in. 13 points on the board for Kennedy. He leads. Actually, he does not lead in scoring anymore. It's Ince with 14. He kind of snuck up in there.
Yeah, I think that and one got him in there.
So, is this somebody's birthday today, Dietrich? Or have you guys mentioned that already? Or
No, we haven't.
Whose birthday is it?
It's my youngest son, Bryson Watts. He turned 17 today.
and he just scored how many points?
So far, he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
11 points in the game. Happy birthday, young man.
That's a good birthday.
That's not a bad birthday. 17?
17.
A year removed from the house, right?
Yeah, but I'm that weird parent. I told all my kids, which my daughter, she's been married, living a good life in Texas. She's been married going on 2 years now. But I told all my kids growing up, I want them to stay at my house as long as possible. I wish I had the money to build a Watts compound. So I'm gonna definitely be sad when everybody decides to leave the house.
I've got 3 girls of my own.
Oh, I know you're ready for them to leave.
My goodness. I'm like, no, I don't want them to leave.
Oh, that's a good
I've installed bars on all of my windows of the house.
Yep, that's what you do.
We're working on shot collars next. But, I'm in the radio business. We don't make a whole lot of money.
Right.
So we'll have to probably hold off another couple of years on the shot collars.
Yeah, them things getting expensive. Maybe you could see how much that one wire electric fence costs.
I told my ex-wife now, but I told her, I said, Christmas is getting a little bit more expensive. I don't know if I can afford Michael Kors for all 3 of my girls.
I don't know if you know. You could try one of them Tanger outlet malls.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I can get you in some play. I know some places up in Oklahoma City.
Listen, I've learned how to discount shop in the last couple of years.
When you have kids, you got to find that. So my wife, Ross, is our best friend.
Oh, yeah, man.
Ross
you can't beat it down. And, of course, we're not advocating for Ross because they're a paid sponsor or anything.
Exactly.
But,
got to clothing.
62-28 is the score right now with under 7 minutes left to go here in the game. And that free throw attempt is up for Henson.
Made both of the 1-on-1s.
How many points do you have on the board for him, 10?
14.
14. So in the other direction, Ferguson. Yentz, good pass. Armour's defense closing up here on the offensive. The Leopards steps back, takes the 3. This one rolls around the rim. It's off. Henson's second chance opportunity is up and in. 16 points on the board. And it's been a good day offensively when you've got 3 players in double digits. Missed shot, second chance is up and in that time for Booker.
They still fighting. They still putting pressure on the ball and all that stuff. So they definitely not going to give up.
35-point lead here with 5:45 remaining in the game. Henson has been very good, but overall, a lot of players here for Lindsay getting a lot of touches.
Yeah. a lot of the playing time, early in the season, which by far benefit us in the latter part of the season. So we love to see all the guys out there.
3-point shot off the mark. 7 players have scored for the Leopards here in this game, 3 of which sitting in double digits. 14 points on the board for Ince, 13 for Kennedy, and of course 16 for Henson. Ardmore with the basketball. Rebound. Padilla. Kick it back to Watts to set up the offense. Underneath, good pass. Shot under the basket, off the mark. And this one goes out of bounds. It's a tough try there for Cater. He was double teamed down low.
Yeah, he decided to take it up, which that's what you want. A little inexperience as a freshman, but that's what you want. You want him to be aggressive. So later on in the season,
double team, you have a better chance of drawing the foul as well.
He just need to know, go up, kind of into the player, try to draw that foul.
Under 4:30 left to play. Missed shot. Ardmore drives it. No good off the backboard. And things slowing down just a little bit offensively for both teams here in the fourth period, trying to get some of the younger guys into the game and taking a little bit of pressure off defensively towards the Lindsay side. I mean, you're up by 30-plus points here heading into the final 4 minutes of play. You don't want to showboat too much with a completely lopsided victory, but you still want to play the game.
Exactly. And I think that's what they're doing. They're, running the offense, trying to look for a layup more so a jump shot, even though Rice took that last jump shot. It was kind of like a fast break situation. So you can't get mad at that one. But it looks like the last several points have been layups only. So that's a good sign to see.
And that's one thing I will say. We saw a couple 3-point shots in the first period of play, but we really haven't seen the 3-point shot here in the second, third, and even into the fourth now.
And that's a good sign as well when you have 65 points on the board and not too many 3-pointers that have been made or, like you said, shot. And I think as I'm looking at my scorecard, if I have missed one, I don't even think we made a 3-pointer. So this is literally all free throws and 2-point field goals.
Yep.
So that's an excellent sign to be able to score this much. Good pass by Bryson.
Yeah, beautiful pass underneath and putting up the 2 points as register. 67-32. And I don't think there's any doubt in our minds that Lindsay is going to advance into the next round of the winner's bracket.
Yes, sir.
But it only gets tougher.
That's it.
As the schedule progresses. As I believe Lindsay will play the winner of Calera or Medill, which
yes, sir.
Both of those two teams are very solid in their respected classes.
That's what we heard. We're looking forward to whoever we get to play up against tomorrow. So
I believe both Medill teams beat the Durant boys and girls last week.
Okay.
Clara has one of the top basketball teams in their class.
Okay. What class is Clara?
2A.
Okay.
Turnover, 67-32. And of course, we'll have a break between games if I stand corrected And we'll have the girls varsity basketball team playing at 1, I believe.
Yeah, it's scheduled for 1 o'clock, so have about a 25 minute break. We're blocked by Padilla.
Underneath and slipping a little bit. On the floor was Booker. A little bit of contact down low, and that will put Ardmore on the free throw line. Watts will check out. Checking back in will be Ince. .238 remaining. Again, Ryan Kennedy with the double-double today. What are some of our other key stats of this game?
Well, you already alluded to Mitchell's points. He has 4 assists, and then also with Ryan, he got 11 rebounds as well. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, Caleb Ince with 5 steals. Also Bryce Cater and in register, and Mitchell Henson each with a steal. Ryan, Seth Padilla, and Aaron, and in register. My goodness, I can't talk right now. They got a block apiece. So it's just an all-around effort. Like you said, I think everybody but, one person has scored on the floor. So out of that whole bench. So when you know that's happening, that's a good day. Or as in our case, early afternoon of basketball.
It's kind of funny, as my coach used to say, anybody can play offense, which I never really believed. Yeah, I mean, I say anybody can play offense. I'm over here scoring 2 points a game. What are you talking about, Coach? But not everybody can play defense, exactly. and defense today has been lights out here for the Lindsay Leopards. A lot of big plays defensively, and again, Ince with those 5 steals. That's big at any level.
Oh yeah, at any level of basketball, if you can have 5 steals, that's your hands is active.
So Lindsay will go on to win this game right now, currently 67-32. They will advance again to play the winner of the Medill versus Calera game that will come up later on. Underneath, basket is up and in. And Ardmore will make a couple substitutions as majority of the starters here for Lindsay on the bench now.
Like so far, Jaden is the only starter out there right now.
Actually, they just took him out, so there's no Lindsay starters.
Jaden's right there, number 33, that just got the ball.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
He came in for Caleb.
.32 seconds. Now we got a foul on the floor.
Don't really understand that whistle, but hey, it is what it is. It was good defense. It could have been a foul, but number 5 kept possession of the ball, and that's one towards the end of the game you just play on. Personal opinion, but
I thought it was going to be a tie-up more than anything.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the reach from behind, I guess. Either way, it's going to give the 2 free throw shots here for Ardmore. They're going to get the basketball back. 20 seconds. The shot under, no good. Onto will grab it, hold on to it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that is going to be our ball game. 69-35 is the final. Lindsay advances into the next round of the winners bracket here in the Dickson tournament, and we've got the Lindsay or the leopardettes, shall I say. You guys are going
We're actually going to do a quick interview with Coach Cater
Okay.
first. So before that game, so
Gotcha.
stay tuned, folks. We're going to be right back with Coach Cater. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Here we are here, Dickson, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Early morning for everybody. So,
yeah.
hope you had plenty of coffee on the way down.
I actually did. Yeah.
It looks like the girls did. They're all chipper this morning.
Well, I hope so.
Hope that's a good sign.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
Had a kind of a rough ending to the last tournament, but you got to hand it to the competition. There was some stiff competition there. We did see a lot of high points, and we've seen a lot of the girls make some progress. Coach, talk a little bit about how you're going to use that to transition into this tournament and hopefully come up with some big wins.
Yeah, it was a big tournament for us. We played Washington and Silo to end it, and both of those teams are in the top 10 right now in 3A. Silo, we played tough. I think we lost by single digits, but we didn't give up. We fought the whole time, and they got a stacked roster, and we were right there with them. And like I said, they're ranked right now number 6 in 3A. And we bounced back the other night against Davis. I think that was a big road win for us on Tuesday night. That's a hard place to win. And for the girls to bounce back from a couple tough losses there in the ladder tournament was huge. And I think that they're ready to compete this week and try to get above 500. We're right there. We're right on the verge of doing that. And so I think we have a favorable matchup coming in here against Medill today. So
Absolutely, yeah. And and looking at the definitely some respectable opponents in this tournament. So 2 decent tournaments back to back is going to set the girls up for some good district play here coming up after Christmas.
Oh yeah. I think this has been big these past 2 weeks, getting a lot of games in before Christmas break, and we just want to finish strong right here. We know that this tournament, the teams in it are good, but they're probably not at the level of the teams at the ladder tournament. So we know that we can come in here and compete and have a chance to win and to end the first semester off with a winning record. And that's our goal for this week. So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us before your big game here. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome back in to the Leopard Sports Network. Just a few minutes away from the start of the boys' game coming up or the girls' game coming up in just a second. I got to get used to that. You usually got the girls' game first and then the boys' game.
They did it backwards.
Did it backwards this year. New face on the broadcast, or voice, I guess, if you will, on the broadcast. We've got Bryson Watts. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you excited?
Yes, sir.
Big 17, huh?
Yes, sir. Feel
Yeah.
old.
What are you going to make your father do for you for your birthday? Nothing? You haven't forced him to do anything yet?
Yeah, he actually did. He wants to be a barber, so we surprised him with some nice clippers and edges.
Nice.
And so
Does he know yet?
yeah, we gave it to
Okay.
him. I'm telling you the story. So we gave it to him last night. So I was his first haircut with his new clippers. So he did a really good job.
Nice.
He was so excited. He hugged me like he was 4 years old again.
Well, you had a big game, 11 points. You guys pulled off a big win. It was 69-35. And now we've got the boys game or the girls game coming up as we'll get to our starting lineups. As they are announcing the Lindsay lineup, we'll go ahead and announce them off as Cameron Perry will get the start. You'll have number 4, Braylee Malico, number 5, Maddie McGowan. You'll have number 20, Emily Stone, and number 24, Erisday Valenciano. Valencio.
That was good.
All right, I'm getting it right. Parents at home, if I get the name wrong, I will get it right before the end of this game. I promise you. Or else you guys can come to the microphone on me. I'm fine with that. As we look at the starting lineup here for the Medill Lady Wildcats, very good program there out of Medill. You've got number 3, Corley Martin, number 4, Avery Cantrell, number 10, Kinsey Mathis, number 12, Haley Elkins, and number 24, Allison Knight. Those are your starting lineups for both squads. Here as the Leopardettes taking the floor, getting ready for the tip-off of today's game. And great matchup so far as the JV squad took a loss here in the first matchup, but the boys getting a big win here in the second matchup, and we've got Lindsay back to back here for today's broadcast.
Yeah, they set it up pretty good for the fans in Lindsay. The only downside to it, they made us play first, but hey, it is what it is. You can't get everything.
Hey, first always goes first, right?
Yeah,
the best goes first.
That's what they say.
So Lindsay will start off with the basketball as they move it right to left, and a three-point shot to get things off. No good, as that was missed by Perry. Medill comes down with the rebound, and setting up the offense is Cantrell. Ball stays to the right side of the floor as they push left. And now a three-point shot from the corner. That's an air ball picked up by Lindsay. And now on the move is Perry. Perry takes it from left to right, kicks it back top. The three-point shot is up and in. Valenciano on the shot. And they're going to count the 2 instead of the 3.
Oh, it looked like a 3 to me. That's what
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was the 3.
Good thing I'm using a pencil.
Either way, they changed it. They changed it to a 3. Right.
Good thing I have an eraser.
3 zip. And we've got a timeout called on the floor. I believe this is going to be a minute timeout. So we'll take a quick break here on the Leopard Sports Network and be back in just a moment.
It's off, man.
All right. Welcome back in. Our score is 3-0 after the quick timeout. Lindsay's got the basketball. It's 2v1. Looking down low, left-hand side, and the shot is up and in. That time a big play, and McGowan coming down with the 2 points.
That was a good pass by Erisday. She drew the defense to her.
Another takeaway. And this one's stripped defensively by Medill. Three-point shot, highly contested, and it's up and in.
Nice shot by number 12, I believe that was.
Offense is coming frequently here in the opening minutes of this game. Another three-point shot. That time an air ball picked up and recovered by Medill. Good ball movement. Shot for three, off the mark, no good.
That was a good box out by Emily. Secured the box out, then went to go grab the rebound.
Now, we had a chance to talk to the head coach.
Oh. That didn't look too good right
no.
there on poor Maddie.
Yeah, and McGowan down. She's holding lean. Of course, we don't want to speculate to what the injury may be. And I think while they're taking a look at her, let's take a break as well. We'll get to some of our sponsors as they help her off the floor. Well, actually, they're getting her off pretty quick right now, so we might just keep it here. Never want to speculate what any injury is going to be. Well, either way, we just hope that young lady is going to be okay.
Yeah, hopefully she's a big puzzle piece to Coach Cater's puzzle. And like you say, you don't want to speculate, but that is the leg that's heavily wrapped with a nice sized knee brace. So hopefully look like a hustle play with the Leopardettes and also the Medill Wildcats. So Lady Wildcats, excuse me. So that was just a fortunate hustle injury right there. And hopefully we could see her either come back to the game today or possibly tomorrow or here in the near future.
Our score is 5-4. Here's the free throw attempt to tie things up. And if you're looking on the scoreboard, Medill is the home team. Lindsay with the basketball, looking to drive in. Good move to that basket, and that one will drop in. Emily Stone made that one look easy, and it's 7-5. Close ball game here with 5:25 still remaining in the opening period.
That was a big time Euro step by a forward, so that was surprising. I think that's why the crowd went wild.
Definitely a good basketball move and a turnover as Lindsay will get the basketball back after the trouble. Bryson, now you guys had a really good game against Ardmore. It was a good scoring day for you, but going into that game, what was kind of y'all's mentality defensively?
You know, even though it was Ardmore's JV, we don't want to overlook anybody. So one coach's biggest thing is he kept telling us just because they have the name JV, they could be good still. So us defensively, that's our biggest thing when we go into a game, you know, hand and passing lanes, moving our feet, help defense on backside. So we didn't play our best defense today, but I think we kind of locked in there in the second half because we had a 16-0 lead and let them come back. And coach gave it to us a little bit, but I think we locked in there in the second half and made it happen.
Don't you love that answer though?
Yep.
I mean, we talked about that at during the game. We're like, man, they're playing such great defense, and then you hear from the coaching staff and the players are like, well, we could have played a lot better.
Yep.
You know, it's funny hearing that from the aspect of a player coach versus a fan or a broadcaster in regards because we're happy with just about anything.
Right.
But you gotta love the response. Defensively, you guys, I thought, played very well. There was a lot of steals on the board. A lot of turnovers that were forced turnovers by y'all's defense.
Yes.
But again, like I said, there were a couple instances we looked at that. It was a 16-0 lead. And at that point, we thought that Ardmore was going to come back and tie things up, and you guys kept the train alive and were able to take a big lead there going into that fourth. Medill with the basketball, trailing by 2. Looking to go underneath and a nice move to the rim, but the shot does not fall. Second chance, and we've got a foul on the floor.
And Coach Cater in true form, but Michael, he's really not that into the game until you see him getting down on one knee, and then that's when you know he's getting serious.
Crowd calling for a walk there. 4:15 still remaining in the first. Both of these offenses trying to fill themselves out against each other. And a couple of turnovers through both sides here early. One thing really keeping these two teams apart is a three-point shot that was hit just earlier by Valenciano.
And so far, that turned out to be a pretty big shot.
So far, absolutely.
While you was talking with Bryson about the boys game, Chloe Ince and also Cannon Russell checked into the game.
The underneath is a miss.
Pretty good defensive possession right there.
Yentz will pick up the rebound.
Really good.
Good ball movement here by the Leopardettes. And now the three-point shot back at the rim, no good. Second chance. Pick back up, and it looks like Medill is just asking for Lindsay to take the three.
That's what it looks like so far.
I like the response here of the Leopardettes, though. They're taking their time with their shots. They're not forcing anything up. That one bounces in and out like a fast food restaurant.
Carmen Perry pulled down the rebound, but she got a little happy, I guess, and let it hit her big toe and roll out of bounds.
Checking into the game as well will be number 30 here for Medill, Ireland Grover.
You know, looking over there on the Leopardette bench, it looks like Maddie is over there by the coaching staff, so it looks like she might be able to go back in the game, thankfully.
Might have just been a tweak.
Yeah, maybe just a little scare.
She's also playing coach from the bench, too.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta like that.
There's foul. I believe that's going to be the fourth team foul ready here for Medill. See if they change that on the board. Oh, they're going to say it is third. Big ball movement. Looking underneath, and it's stolen. Given right to Grover. And now they're headed the opposite direction. Good defense up top. Ball moves from right to left. 2:05 remaining here in the first. Missed the shot. Probably the easiest opportunity she might get all night. And ball is going the opposite direction here for Lindsay and out of bounds. That will be a turnover here for the Leopardettes. So far, I mean, this started off as a pretty high-intense offensive game, and it slowed down in the last 5 minutes of play.
Yeah.
Turnover. And now it's one-on-one, knocked from behind and out of bounds, but Lindsay will maintain possession.
Good hustle by number 24.
It was Knight coming in from behind. And here's the inbound pass. Kick back out, all alone for three, off the front of the rim. Second chance, and it's taken away. Back into Elkins.
Good hustle back by the lady Leopardettes.
Looking to go underneath, and a foul on the floor. Ooh, I did not agree with that one.
Maybe just a little over aggressive. Fortunately, that's her second, so.
And it looks like McGowan snuck in on us there. She pulled a ninja trick. And
yeah, McGowan has checked in and sitting with two fouls. Emily Stone will check out for a little bit. Save her for the later part of the second period, I'm assuming. Lindsay comes away with the basketball. And now we've got a tie-up. Tie possession is in favor of Medill, so they'll keep a hold of the basketball. And it's good to see McGowan back in after what looked like was going to be a scary injury.
Yes, sir.
She's tough like her daddy.
I'm telling you, those knee injuries are not fun. They're always scary. They're hard to recover from, and always easy to re-injure.
Yes, sir.
And now we've got a quick timeout on the floor. We could probably take a break as well. Here on the Leopardette Sports Network, we'll be back. Our score 7-5 as the Leopardettes trailing by 2.
One.
Welcome back as Lindsay on top actually by 2. Correct that on the scoreboard. And with the basketball. And here's the shot, rolls around the rim and off. Cantrell picks up the rebound. And the underneath and a foul. So that will put Allison Knight on the free throw line. And it is the 5th team foul here for the Leopardettes. So getting into foul trouble just a little bit early into this game. How does that change your perspective defensively when you start to get into foul trouble early in games?
Depends on what the foul is. Probably in this situation, get our hands off and don't try to swipe down at the ball because 9 times out of 10, whether it's a foul or not, if you swiping down, they're going to probably call a foul.
Ball on the foot. Got a tie-up. That would go back to Medill. 38 seconds remaining here in the first. And now headed the other direction between 2 defenders. Splits. Misses the shot. Second chance, no good. And it's recovered by McGowan. Move inside. McGowan working her way between 2 defenders and knocks down the shot. 4 points in the game for her. And now the opposite direction is Lindsay's. Got to watch out there on the defensive end of the floor. Medill really pushing towards that side.
Yeah.
And they're doing it quickly. We've really seen Medill get after it offensively and push the floor early into this game. 5 seconds left. And here's the shot. Yep. Well, I was going to say is the buzzer, but
that was a big shot to tie it back up at the end of the first quarter. Number 3 got lost somehow at the top of the key.
Well, ties things up, all tied at 9, and we'll be back here on the Leopardette Sports Network. We'll hear a word from a couple of our sponsors and be back in just a moment for our second period.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Second period of action as we are all tied up at 9. Lindsay will have the basketball here to get things underway.
Came out with a little trap after the first pass. It seemed a little something different with being in the whole first quarter. They came out trying to confuse the girls, but for the most part, they passed them pretty good.
Michael Gabbard on the broadcast, alongside with Bryson Watts and Diedrich Watts.
In Lindsay, we call Dietrich the basketball surgeon, but his wife calls him the doctor of love.
I was waiting on that.
We caught him on Kiss Cam first basketball game.
Still tied at 9 with the basketball. Medill pushes from right to left, really working that three-point line here today. We haven't really seen a lot of success.
Or number 3 camping in the lane. Referee ain't even watching.
Bit. Knock it down. The shot will be Allison Knight.
Good look by Cameron Russell. Just a little too hard on the pass, but Emily had a step on the girl, maybe loft it up a little bit, give her a chance to come underneath it like a wide receiver.
.6:45 remaining here in the first half. 3-point shot. This one off the back of the rim, no good. Recovered by the Leopardettes. In the corner is Perry. And good evasion from the press. Look at the awareness to tap it back to her teammate. Back inside. Splits the 2 defenders. Dill will pick up the rebound. It's 2v3. That's kind of what we were saying before. You get into those, 1v2s, 1v3s things, you've got more of an opportunity to draw the foul.
Yeah.
If you just try to drive. It never hurts to slow things down, but it never hurts to take that opportunity as well.
Yeah, number 13 for Medill definitely got lucky on that one because I guarantee you the coach probably didn't like her going 1-on-3, but hey, sometimes you get a good break, and she got one right there.
11-9. And that one will throw our score up 12-9. Calling for a foul on that one. No call on the floor. Medill has only committed 2 fouls here in the first half. And there's the foul. There's a shooting violation, so it will send McGowan to the line. She's got 4 points in the game. Trying to cut the lead back to just 1. Knocks down the first. And she knocks down the second. 6 points. Quick stop, jumper, no good. Steals the rebound away. And now Lindsay's headed the opposite direction. Russell. Back out, McGowan for 3 off the back of the rim. Picking up another rebound. And another 3. Now, Lindsay was able to get the three to fall there in the first period at the very beginning, but they haven't been able to do so since.
They got a little cold right now. Hopefully they can pick it back up.
Another three. This one's good. She said, went cold, huh?
That's nice to see coming from Cameron because the past couple games she's been in a slump. But, you know, as shooters, they got to shoot. So, like I tell everybody, including Bryson and Jaden, unless the coach tell you to stop shooting, you shoot when you open. So that's what she's doing. And hopefully now that she's seen one fall, because she could get hot real fast. So that was a good sign to see for her to get one knocked down.
Or step up three, no good on the shot. Second chance rebound, and we've got a foul on the floor. And it's very true. You live by the three, you die by the three. You know, and you see a lot of, you know, high school, college, and even in the pros, you know, that's what their game is predicated on, is that 3-point shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day when we were in high school, you know, it was more so, you know, getting it in and then going out. Very rarely did you see from the outside in, but, you know, the game has evolved. So now they go basically, for the most part, from the outside in. So whenever you get a team, for example, like our Leopards, the boys that go from the inside out, it kind of really throws the other team for a loop. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, in today's game is fast paced and shoot threes, and I think you could thank Steph Curry and Klay Thompson for that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, the difference between what was and is a high percentage shot these days is definitely different. And a big play as driving inside as Valenciano knocks down the shot. And now the and one opportunity coming up as well. (16-14) the score. Pass out. Mathis falls. And I don't know if that was an injury there for a second. Slow to get up.
Looked like she got two ankle braces on, and it looked like the right one maybe came down a little awkward on it. Thankfully, she was able to limp off the court on her own power.
Inbound come from Perry. Get back to Ince. Perry looking to drive. It's stripped from behind, but a foul call. There's the inbound pass. McGowan for three. Off the mark, no good. Badill's headed the other direction. That would be a carry, wouldn't it?
Looked like it to me, but hey, like we said in the boys broadcast, no whistle. You got to keep on playing.
Your hand goes over your head. That's a carry.
You think so?
There's a three off the mark. No good. Second chance and over the back. Wait.
Probably got the smallest girl on the floor that ended up with that rebound. So you know that Medill coach over there scratching his head. And she drew a foul as well. So one more team foul and we're both to be in the bonus.
There's the inbound pass. Another second chance opportunity here. And I tell you this, as that one rims out, Lindsay has done an excellent job rebounding in this game against a very talented, very well-sized Medill squad.
Yeah. Both squads is doing a good job against each other with, playing aggressive defense and, knocking down shots when they need to.
Underneath. That one falls through and ties things up. Knight was 6 points. It was all tied at 9 after one. 3:10 left to go here in the first half, tied at 16. Underneath, McGowan, and the shot is off. McGowan recovers the basketball as Lindsay will reset the offense. Good move underneath the basket, and McGowan's going to lay it over the head and the outstretched arms of Contrell.
That was just a muscle play right there. Maddie said, okay, you think you're in front of me? I'm going to go ahead and drop step on you and take it up for 2.
This might be one of the fastest high school games I've ever seen with goals.
Especially out of the girls, and they keeping up the pace, too. You got two girls, Aristay and then number 12 from Medill. They both punching over, so that's a good sign. Good fast pace.
I know Medill likes to run the ball up the floor from what I've seen this season. But, yeah, Lindsay has done an excellent job of staying with the pace, and really they've made that pace their own.
Yeah. Good adjustment because Bryson said that because normally they like to slow it down a little bit and run the play, but they're going with the flow.
This is a free throw attempt. Now we've got a foul. That's going to put Lindsay on the line. It's a 7th team foul. Both teams sitting in the bonus right now. Lindsay's got 18 fouls. Medill has 7. 2 free throw attempts coming up here for Malakote now.
I bet at halftime both coaches are going to tell the ladies, like the defense, like the hustle, but cut down on the foul.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
That's what I would say. And I wouldn't scream at them either because they are hustling. They're just sometimes a little over aggressive. That's the bullet you have to fight when you run like that.
This is the second. Medill looking to drive and underneath, and it's stolen from behind. Russell's got the basketball after the steal. He'll pass it into Perry.
I know Cannon is fast, but she had to put a little extra speed on that because that girl was wide open. I was pretty impressed because I seen the girl wide open.
Yes, she came in like a safety after the football.
She did an excellent job.
Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. That is going to be the second personal foul on Malakote.
It looks like Klein's going to be coming into the game for Malakote.
Brecken Klein. She'll be up top. Luciano down low. Blocking out down low as well as Stone. And now Russell with the basketball. 1:50 remaining here in the first half. As this one's thrown crossed half court. In the corner. Leopardette's trying to find a crease here in the defense. And a foul call. Both teams sitting in the bonus once again. So a foul is going to send somebody to the line for a couple of free throws. As this time it will be Perry.
That was a good decision by her. She was looking to shoot the 3, but you're seeing the girls coming out of her excuse me, out on her under control or out of control, excuse me, once again, and then she decided to drive in and draw the foul.
Five points on the board for Perry.
Coach Cater down on one knee, so it's getting serious at this point, guys.
21-18 is the score.
And Michael, I know you're not from Lindsay. You may not be familiar. You probably heard the name though, but Brecken Klein is the daughter of a Leopard legend, Brandon Klein. Brandon's well known in our community. Kind of a big deal. I graduated with him.
Nice. Big basketball player.
He's just a big deal all the way around, and I always have to mention that on the broadcast.
I'll take your word on it. Here's the shot. 15 feet out, off the mark, no good. Here's a rebound. Russell kicks it back out. Perry this time for three. That's her second.
Nice shot.
8 points in the game for her. And now we're under a minute, 45 seconds remaining in the first half, 24-18 as Lindsay leads. Another shot there in the corner is off the mark and a rebound by Medill. And three really got the spark moving here for Lindsay as we've got a foul call. Coach really getting after him out there on the floor.
Absolutely love the passion that man coaches with.
Davis.
Absolutely.
Davis misses the first free throw attempt as Martin will check out.
Little story about him, he's the coach that shows up for every one of these girls' events, whether it's softball, whatever. He's always there and just loves these kids. You can tell.
I think that's one of the reasons why he could get away with a little extracurricular yelling at the girls, because the parents know his heart is right. He's just an intense coach, and unfortunately these days you don't see a coach like that. So when you do, people's like, "What's wrong with him?" He's passionate.
He's passionate.
That's what's wrong with him. He loves his game. He studies the game.
Constructive.
It's a good thing that these girls could take it. I know some of them try to ignore him sometime, but when he's yelling at you, you can't. You have to listen.
Up by 5. 12 seconds left to go. Lindsay's got the basketball. Probably set up here for the final shot of the first half of play. Russell driving. McGowan for three at the buzzer. No good. And we go in to our halftime show at a score of 24-19. Your Lindsay Leopardettes on top. And with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll have our halftime stats coming up. Lindsay on top, 24-19 going into the half. All right, welcome back in. 24-19 is our score here at the break as we head into the third period. And what a game it's been. Lindsay on top at the current minute as we look at our scoring recap. You had 8 points for McGowan, who we thought was going to be out of the game after that first period. What appeared to be a knee injury, but back in. She is at full strength with 8 points. Leads all scorers in the game as we speak. Or is tied anyway, as Perry has 8 as well. A couple of big threes for Perry there in the first half.
Yeah, especially that last one she hit right before halftime. That probably really boosted not only her confidence, but the team's confidence as well.
As we head into the third period, what are some of the key takeaways from the first that can be implemented here into the second half for the Lindsay Leopardettes to maintain this lead?
Do what they just did right there, even though Emily didn't come down with that shot, pass the ball, because Medill is being really aggressive on defense. So the faster we can move the ball, the easier it will be.
Well, second chance bucket there for Emily Stone with 4 points, and she gets things rolling here in the third period.
Just basically stay the course. Don't come out and get rattled, because you know what they got. So basically just stay the course and make sure you're making good, hard, crisp passes.
Lindsay, few turnovers there in the first half. Definitely want to minimize those here into the second. It's a tough basket, contested shot there for Knight. She's got 8 in the game.
She's a really good post player.
Second chance. Gowan underneath. Picked up. Valenciano in the corner. No good. Another chance. And underneath the shot is good by Emily Stone. And she's got an and one opportunity coming up. Good move underneath.
Yeah, I was watching her because she was looking at see where the ball was going to go, and she went ahead and swim moved the Medill player and then got the rebound and did not dribble and put it right back up, and she converted the 3-point play.
7 points in the game for Stone. 6:33 remaining here in the third. Just getting things underway in the second half. 3-point shot. That one goes off the back, went in through the net, but they're going to wave it off as it touched the pole. It's considered out of bounds. Perry will inbound this one. Out to Russell, who splits the press, drives inside. Beautiful pass underneath. And we've got a foul called on the floor. If you're going to teach one thing to any of the kids, the younger kids that are wanting to play at the high school level, it's how to evade the press, and that's a perfect example of how to do it. Attack.
Yep, and every press is weakness, no matter what coach says, including myself. Every weakness of a press is the middle. So Cannon was able to split the defenders and get in the middle, and we got a foul out of the deal. So
these Leopardettes have had plenty of practice with the press here lately.
Oh, yeah. It's actually good we're playing against these teams that's pressing, because when it comes to, back to conference play
in playoff
season, we're going to be ready.
These really good teams that have great point play, they beg for the press. Because when you split underneath, oh my goodness, McGowan and the Emily Stone, and Stone is just having a day here in the second half. 9 points. She leads all scorers so far.
I don't know if I would have called that foul on us, because number 13 went in a little out of control, in my opinion, and gave a little shove at the end. So she definitely got away with one.
Either way, we'll put Luciana Douglas on the line as she'll knock down the first. She's 2 for 3 at the charity stripe so far. And now we've got some substitutions. Russell checking out with Stone. And I believe Chloe Ince, and who else checked in?
Braley
Braley
Malico.
Malico. 9-point lead. Perry. Away with that one. Back up top to Perry now. Underneath. McGowan misses the shot. And the rebound. Douglas. Kick back out for three. No good. Underneath. Another missed shot. This one taken out of the hands, but a tie-up.
Quick jump ball.
That was a very quick jump ball. Gotta let him play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taken away. Perry on the move. It's 1v2 now. Ciano gets it out. 3-point shot coming off the front of the rim. This one falls back into the hands of Medill. And now we've got a timeout on the floor. We could take a timeout as well. Our score 31-22. The Leopardettes on top at the current moment. We'll be back here for the remainder of the third coming up in just a moment.
Welcome back here to Dickson, Oklahoma. Before we get started, folks, I'd like to give a shout out. Emily Stone's grandpa, Doodad, down in Texas, watching Emily play, and she's definitely putting on a show for her grandpa.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody watching, including the grandpa of Emily Stone, as they are playing very well here midway through the third period. 31-22 is the score, and the Leopardettes looking inside. Good move to the basket, but it's blocked and picked back up, headed the other direction. Douglas with it. Tries to split the defense. The shot is short and recovered by Lindsay. Perry now back with the basketball. Perry takes a deep three. This one you can count.
Better be careful, because if she start feeling herself, it's gonna be rough for the Medill Lady Cats.
I think it's a little late for feeling yourself. She's already got 3 threes in this contest already. 11 points in the game. She has definitely been lights out from the 3-point shot.
Nothing against the official on the baseline, but I think his favorite call is jump ball.
Just
Yeah, I guess there's no steals or nothing.
got 11 time by something.
Yeah.
Kick back out. Medill with it, trailing by 12.
That's okay, because the next jump ball he calls, it'll be ours.
Again, this is a solid Medill team, and
Yeah.
trailing by 12 right now. It's been a really good game here. The Leopardettes.
He must have heard me talking about him, because he actually caught a foul on that one.
Perry trying to get the ball in now. Back to McGowan, who gets it back to Perry. Big ball movement here. Look at the ball movement, and wide open for three again. This one off the mark. Second chance underneath, and you can count it. Chloe Ince. That is her first bucket of the game, and she puts Lindsay up 36-22. And another takeaway. Perry passes towards the right-hand side. Splits the fingertips this time of Ince, and we've got a turnover and a couple substitutions coming out for Medill.
Looked like Chloe was getting ready to shoot that three, and she was making sure she was open before she caught it. So
it slipped right through the fingertips and ended up having to pass it off, and unfortunately ended with a turnover, but ball movement. Dill a couple of threes to open things up, but they've been pretty quiet from Trifecta since that first period.
that's what you want to see, you know, on that, you know, Chloe did have a boo-boo and turned the ball over, but then she hustled back on defense. She got her hand up on the shot, and she blocked the girl out and got the rebound. So as a coach, you love that. You know, you make a airhead play on one end, and then you go play like a beast on the other end. You can let it go. Like I said the other night, until you watch film, and then she's gonna get it again.
Russell is checked back in now, and Malakote will take a seat and get a breather. Up by 14. Dill with the basketball. And we've got an illegal screen. So that will go back to Lindsay. I've been impressed, though, with Perry. She's got 3 threes on the day. She's played very well defensively.
So far, she's got a solid game. I hope I don't jinx her, but, you know, she got the 3 threes and 2 free throws. She got 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. So
not a bad day for your point guard.
No, it's not. Look like so far in this third quarter, 2 different teams came out. Lindsay, the Leopardettes came out fired up, ready to go, and you know, forcing turnovers, didn't make a shot, and then Medill's coming out, you know, kind of sluggish. So maybe the high pace first half has got to Medill so far.
Well, we started off pretty hard. It was 7-5, and those points came extremely quick there in the first period, and then it slowed down. It was only 9-9.
Right.
You know, it was tied at 9 after 1.
Yeah.
We go into the second half, or the halftime, at 24-19. It was still a relatively close game, and since then, Lindsay has really just lit it up offensively, done some great things on the defensive side, and really outside of that, they haven't really had any turnovers.
As we say that, we just had 2 turnovers in a row. It's funny how in a sports world, no matter what sport it is, once you start talking about something,
it happens.
It happens.
Yep. That's the reason why you don't talk about a no-hitter on a broadcast.
A no-hitter, going perfect from the free throw line, perfect from the three-point line, everything.
Guys, before we go any further, I'd like to give a shout-out to the Oklahoma City Fire Department, Station 29's Lee McGowan and his crew up there hanging out, watching Maddie. I can't speak for Lee, but I know the rest of the crew there's pretty good guys.
Yeah, Lee, he do not like to miss a basketball game, so it's awesome that he could still watch his daughter and the Leopardettes through social media.
We ends that time on the made shot underneath the basket, 38-22. Yeah, we appreciate, all the fire departments, police departments, and so forth, all first responders for their services.
Them guys sacrificing their time away from their families, let me and you and Robert and Bryson and everybody in this gym to be able to come out here and do this. So,
even the hose drivers.
Yep. So
the hose drivers.
From me to you guys, thank you guys so much for all the service you do.
11 seconds left to go here in the third. 38-22. Lindsay with the basketball. They'll try to take and set up for the final shot. And ball on the floor. McGowan picks it up. Perry at the buzzer. No good. And that's where we'll finish our third period of play. Final 8 minutes coming up. 38-22 is the score. Lindsay on top. We've got more to come here on the Leopardette Sports Network in just a moment.
And we're back here. Before we get too far, we need to remember today is a very special day in this world. Whose birthday is it? Bryson Watts.
If you don't mind on the broadcast, can we get you singing happy birthday to yourself?
Yes, please.
Don't let him fool you. He is part of the vocal team in Lindsay as well. So
What?
yep.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
Him and
have to
Jalen.
require you to sing happy birthday to yourself now.
Him and
Forget the
Jaden.
steak dinner.
Oh, him, Jaden, and Caleb Ince, number 23.
Nice.
They're all three of them is on the vocal team.
Awesome. Turnover here as Medill picks it back up. Final quarter of play, 38-22 is the score. It's been a good game here for Lindsay. They've really taken control here in the second half. Beautiful pass underneath. And then the up and in is good by Stone. 11 points in the game for her, and a nice little assist there by Russell. Now we've got another foul. McGowan falling hard to the floor.
Like her second team foul for the second half. And that's a good sign for us. We got the lead and we only have 2 team fouls, so that's a win-win in my book.
Foul trouble in the first half.
Right.
Second half, they've turned it around and they've picked up the intensity defensively and minimized those fouls like we talked about
Exactly.
in the first half. This one rattles in and out. They're going to get it down the floor into Klein. Oh, Klein has it stolen away, and then it's thrown out of bounds. Lindsay will get the basketball back.
Coach Cater giving some instruction to Brecken. You know, she's only a freshman, and so I know she got the freshman jitters, as they say. So he told her that was a good look. Just put a little more on it. But if you do turn the ball over, don't duck your head down. Make sure you get back on defense. That was very encouraging for her. So that was a good sign as well.
And you got to like how the players respond to him, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like we talked about earlier, he's intense, but he know at the end of the day, he's very compassionate with the girls and stuff. So
Ziano.
that was a three by Maddie.
Yeah. Then Maddie shots it, air ball, and it's an 18-point lead.
I was gonna say just a little bit to the right, but I guess we can
Just a bit outside.
It's kind of like when you watch the Little League World Series, and you get those teams from China and Japan and all that stuff, and the catcher set up in the other batter's box. Say just a little bit outside.
Reminds me of Major League.
Yeah.
Major League, just a bit outside. We're here at the, I don't remember.
Dickson.
No, talking about the movie Major League.
We're at the Dickson tournament.
Is that where I thought we? Oh man, I've been putting Lada on all the advertisements.
Harry for 3. This one's good.
Like I told you, Mr. Mike, she gonna keep on shooting. So
She's got 4
yes, sir.
already. She's got her team up 19. 5:19 left to go. Again, missed, a couple of threes there in the opening period. Kind of struggled there a little bit in the first, getting something going. But since then, it has been lights out for her at the 3-point line.
It was just. Yeah, I seen that coming. Arizona State gave her a little hip check, and the referee caught it.
Final 5 minutes left to play. Underneath, a left-handed shot off the backboard and in. Knight now in double digits with 10 points. Rolling right side and slips through the hands of McGowan and out of bounds. They're actually going to say this was off Medill.
Luckily, number 12, she got her hand in there at the last second and deflected it. Other than that, it would have been their ball.
Substitutions coming in here for Medill. Spanhanks is checked in. Grabbing the rebound was Martin. And the up and in is good. Ahead by 19. Is their largest lead of the game. This one will go out of bounds. Will stay with Medill. Another substitution coming in as McDaniels will check in, and checking out is Spanhanks from the Lady Wildcats.
You know, like we talked about briefly earlier in the third quarter, the Leopardettes came out and has stepped up on their defense intensity, and I think we're seeing the outcome of the fruits of their labor right now.
Yeah, this Medill squad looks wore down.
Yeah.
Here in the final, 4 minutes of play, and a lot of that has to do with the defensive intensity there in the first half of play.
Yep.
Medill seemed like they've had pretty good point play, but we kind of took the point play out here through the course of this game.
Pretty much in the second half, they held number 24. Sorry, I don't have her name, and also number 13. They held them in check a little bit because they were kind of getting us in the first half. Mm-hmm. But Coach said put a little extra emphasis on them too, and so far it's paid off really well.
Yeah, Douglas was extremely active there in the first half, and only 2 points on the board through this course of this game.
I would say that's a good day as far as the defense goes.
Knight, however, 10 points, but most of those coming in the first half of play.
Yep.
They've really slowed her down here in the second. And, of course, Lindsay with a 19-point lead. Right-hand corner. Approaching the 3-minute mark, and here's the shot and the foul.
Brecken seen it, but she hesitated, and that's why she's picking up that foul. The more she gets in on varsity and gets a feel for this speed, she'll get down there because she's really long and lanky. So she'll get down there once she quit second guessing herself.
2 free throw attempts coming up for Martin. Currently sitting with 5 points. She was 2 for 2 at the charity stripe before missing on that one. Now the second free throw attempt coming.
She looked at before she shot the free throw, she looked at it like some blood or something. Never seen that before.
Pass out. Defense coming to pressure. Perry back to the corner. Back right side, looking to go underneath McGowan. Good move. Had it there the entire time. Got her with the pump fake and puts up the easy turnaround.
That was excellent ball movement.
She had the position perfectly, and with a pump fake, she was able to turn around and make an easy play.
Yeah, I was watching her. The ball started opposite of her in the corner, and then it went from the corner to the free throw line extended, back up to the middle, to the other free throw line extended, and then once the ball got over there, that's when she pinned that girl, and then it went back down to the corner on her side, put it back into her, and she finished with the left hand, like you
Beautifully
said.
done.
That's what you call a patient post right there. You know, because 9 times out of 10, you got a post, they just run block to block, and it makes it easy on the defense. But if you just sit there and be patient, that defender, where the ball is, if they're playing good defense, they got to go to the ball. So if they swing it fast enough, you seal them like she did and got that easy 2 points. Drawn up perfectly.
Taking second here from
It looks like something is
play.
on the ball. Maybe it's some blood or something because they're looking for a new basketball.
Might have been spit or
There ain't no telling.
Or
I'm
something.
just saying blood, just because I wouldn't think spit would make a difference. But you never know. Maybe it could. Might be blood because I see a girl walking out there.
or wiping something up off the floor now.
I would say blood if I was to take a wild guess. That's normally the only time they bring out the Lysol wipes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm trying to scan both benches to see who's the culprit, but I don't see nobody. Well, actually I do. There's a girl on the Badil far side, and she got her knee brace down, and it look like she got a bandage or some type on her right knee. So
Oh yeah, I see now.
she might be the one that caused all this delay.
Now I saw that now. She was kind of looking at her hand earlier.
Yeah. That was the same girl that shot the free throw.
Oh.
So maybe she didn't know she was bleeding at the time.
Maybe it was me after all. Checking to the game is Landgraf. And a long 2 is up and in for Grover. 19-point lead here for the Leopardettes. Swing pass. Kick back out. Top of 3. The shot rolls around the rim. Lindsay's able to come back up with it. Parry. And the shot rolls out. Second chance rebound. And it goes back to Medill. Great offense. Some production here by this Lindsay squad. 3 players in double digits scoring, just like in the boys game before. Yep. And if you're capable of doing that with 3, I mean, typically you're going to see 2 players getting double digits. Rarely do you see 3 players getting double digits.
Yep.
And it has been an overall very good performance here by Lindsay.
That's when you use that old school saying, sharing is caring.
Yep.
Oh.
Nobody likes a Karen normally, though, Dietrich. But in this case, we like it, right?
Not that Karen.
Oh.
Billy Goat.
Oh.
I know I don't talk properly sometimes. I think it's C-A-R.
Oh, just Karen with the C.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
You know what you're doing up there.
103 remaining in the game and up by 20. The largest lead of the game for the Leopardettes.
Look like somehow the Lady Cats got called for a lane violation, so Cameron gets to try one more free throw. You can't give her an opportunity.
Well, I've got 16 in the game for her.
Sounds right. 4 free throws and 4 3-pointers. Ooh.
Leads all scorers thus far. 49 seconds left to go. And of course, Medill in foul trouble. 8 fouls on the board. So if they choose to foul and slow things up, it's sending a Leopardette to the line regardless. Good ball movement.
Everybody falling on the floor.
35 seconds. And they're going to reach in for the foul. I don't know. At this point, it's kind of pointless to go ahead and go for the foul. I understand work and hustle.
Yeah. Maybe try to get a jump ball up right there, but I'm pretty sure. Well, hopefully that wasn't malicious. But like you said, the game's pretty much over. With all due respect to Medill Lady Cast, they fought hard, but
This is the free throw attempt. 29 seconds, and this one goes out of bounds. Pass into McGowan. And it was a great game for the Lindsay Leopardettes. It was once again tied at 9 after 1. Kind of a slow start there in the first period. Lindsay went up 24-19 going into halftime, where things were pretty well notched up. And then it was 38-22. That's really when Lindsay started to pull away in this game, is midway through the third period. And since then, they had not let up. They go on for a victory of 49-31 in defeat to advance into the winners bracket of the tournament. And so once again, congratulations to both Lindsay squads here in the high school ranks as they both advance into the winners bracket. And of course, the Leopardettes advance by a score of 49-31 as we look at our leading scorers in the game. 16 points in the game for Cameron Perry. You had 10 points in the game for Maddie Gowan, 11 for Emily Stone, 5 for Valenciano, 4 points for Ince, and 2 points on the board for Malakote. As for Medill, finishing it off with 10 points with Allison Knight, 3 points for Douglas, 3 for Elkins, and 5 for Martin. As for me, that, I believe, does it for the broadcast. Congratulations, Lindsay. And once again, we will see you tomorrow for the Dickson tournament here on the Leopard and Leopardette Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say, Go Leopards.